Today and Sunday, this is the program Face the Issues. This is where we are debating and not confrontation. Because with confrontation, we will not be able to do sector rectification. We want to rectify the sector because prosperity, and the reason is that prosperity is going to judge each and every one of us here tomorrow. The only way we can move the country and country forward when we are debating the issue, then we'll be able to do sector ratification. Where we found ourselves, what were our commitment, those days, how far we are right now with regard to the commitment that we have for the generation just around and those that we are expecting to come. Remember now, life is never ever what you think. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good way. Glorify the Father in heaven. Um, the only time you know the true color of the slave when you take it from in the grass, tonight, any moment from now, we start a conversation with the chairperson, the acting chairperson of the county council, Grand Gedeh County. How far we are now, we'll be talking about Grand Gedeh business. How far we are now, what they will soon be having, what they have already on their plate as informative new magazine for the citizens of this county and country. Remember that the higher decision making body, God, Ministry of Local Government, government to the people, decentralization, and you just need them is the county council. They are serving as the mouthpiece for the people and the mediator between the government and the people. Citizens want to know right now, we are now in July, going to December now, 2026. Nothing, no budget hearing, what they will be doing, what the government should be doing, what the local authority should be doing right now. The citizens have no idea. Whether they said the local government submitted something to them, whether what they submitted, they look into it already, and what happened last year, whether they concluded it, whether they will conclude it, when will they do that? The citizens still around here. So in order to address some of those issues, to tell the citizens how far they are right now, the acting chairperson, Honorable Atida Ekai, is the one that will be our guest here tonight. Remember, we have some action point. The last time we met here, the commitment was, oh yes, the citizen can count on us as usual. We are here for the people, by the people, and to the people. These are responsibilities that we have here because of the people business. We are here. So tonight again, continuously we are here to informing the people on what is happening, why what is happening right now, and how far we are. Remember some days back, the full bench of the caucus of Grand Gedeh County was here, and then that we had some conversation here. Members of the caucus were also here talking some things in the interest of Grand Gedeh County. So today we talk with the chairperson, and then tonight we are talking with the chairperson of the county council again here tonight. So after our short musical break, we'll go into business right now. We don't want to keep the chairperson here for long tonight, but we just want to pick out a bullet point. Keep tuned to your radio. Remember, debate, not confrontation. We'll soon be getting back to you shortly. Good evening and welcome back. As we were saying, tonight we are specific here on the county council activities with regard to the document report that was submitted but if they submitted anything, the county council will be telling how far they are. Remember some days back, there was this, oh yeah, communication, and to and fro. We want to see this. We want to go into this. So we want to know how far they are right now with regard to Grand Gillette development. Good evening, Honorable Acting Chairperson, Mr. Kai.
Okay, we remain on city. It is my pleasure in again being back and live in the studio.
All right. Now, the last time we met, we had some action points. And those action points were, yeah, a citizen can count on us. We are here for the people. Personally, no, we don't go into it. But by way of policy explanation, we will go into it to the letter, but we don't have personal issue against anybody. So tonight we are here to discuss policy issue.
Sure.
How has it been with the council from the time you left from here, the working relationship among members of the council? Are you coordinating among yourself or you have an issue among yourself?
Oh, for the county council perspective, we are cordially working together.
Okay.
We are in one accord, and so I can assure you that there are no any other meeting that the council have. They are not in majority. Always, when the leadership, call upon, the council member, whoever you will be, you will have to address yourself to be, in town to discuss around the issue. So we then in our coordination, we were very, fine.
All right. The last time the citizen wanted to know, you had a commitment here that yes, indeed, would do when what is in line with the law of the republic. All of the provisions according to local government act will be adhered to because that talks about business and non-profit. We understood over the period. There was this thing that you were asking for, budget performance report for 2025. Did you receive a budget performance report from local government?
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. We will go bit by bit
Okay.
this evening so as to be able to bring our people, up to speed.
Okay.
So those in radio land listening to the sound of our voices this evening, first let me appreciate the style and management of this radio station, Voice of Gedeh. Headed by you, the council asked me to actually, before any explanation, should appreciate the management and staff of the radio station. And we also want to extend this to all the media others in the county for their contribution towards the county council on services provided. So, however, right, under the law, the Local Government Act of 2018, we have a lot of functions of the county council. But specifically, what we are here for is to bring the citizen up to speed in line with what the county council been allowing, to the public, and what they allowing, to the local authority, and that of the ministry responsible for local government. So a few months back, you will agree with me that the county council immediately from 25, of December, we started reminding the county authority, to be able to get the budget performance reports of 2025. Direct us, the process and in engaging the ministry responsible for local government act. What other issues that we were engaging the local authority on was one.
Then before you can go to them, you
Yes.
talk about engaging the ministry. Did you go directly to the ministry on your engagement?
Sure.
But was it not a coordination? You asked for something, you didn't get it, and the reason why you went to the ministry?
Exactly.
Oh, okay. So then,
Exactly.
what were those things?
Yes, for the clarity, the PN law, because at the council level, we be able to understand those local laws or the national laws
Okay.
that are actually responsible for the functions. The PN law, says 3 months prior to the new fiscal year,
Okay.
the budget should be submitted. So we was, reminding the county administration that Ottawa already passed. We are not getting the budget draft for 2026.
Okay.
December are already passed. we are not getting a budget for 2025. And so these are issues draw the council attention because the policy issue we discussed.
Of course, yes.
So we was and that this is our role to bring people in authority feet into the fire in making sure that the policy be observed.
Of course.
So we were not fighting, but we were engaging in the process of remanding of those serving in authority so as to be able to cope with the policy.
Okay.
So we were remanding. So we wrote several months and there was no positive response. And so one of the issues that we were requesting these are things I just listed.
Yeah.
The budget performance report of 2025, attaching with bank statement, of all of those, the disbursement that was made in the year 2026 or in the year 2025 to be paid out. These are documents we were asking for. We were also asking for the budget draft. We asked for 4 items. Of the 4 items, the budget draft, along with bank statement and that of the budget performance report. And the list was the contract between the lead energy and that of the local authority. So of those, process that we were engaging in, and we were able to have 3 of the requests, while 1 are outstanding. And which one was outstanding is the contract between the lead energy and that of the local authority.
So you asked for budget draft.
Yes.
I know because you're coming to 2026.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then the next one you ask for budget performance report for 2025 because that will inform your decision to start discussing budget draft.
Exactly.
So the third one you asked for was for what?
The third one was the budget performance report.
Yeah.
The bank statement attached.
Yeah. Then the LRB contract.
Yes. So these are the.
So the bank statement you're asking for was also for 2025.
2025.
How far you are now because you're coming to work on budget draft.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we received, having started the process since January or from December to January, we were able to receive 3 of those major documents that have to do with the bank statement and the budget performance report. We received the budget performance report attached with the bank statement on May 28th.
Okay.
We received the budget performance report with the bank statement attached. Then on June 2nd,
2026.
June 2nd, 2026,
Okay.
we received the draft budget. The draft budget for 2026.
And when that draft budget will be submitted?
It's supposed to have been submitted to the council October
of 2025.
2025 because the PFN law is a 3 months prior to the new fiscal year.
Okay.
So meaning in 2025, October, that budget should have been submitted.
Okay.
Then the council can work in after 21 days, before December. Then the implementation, 2026 budget, they started going on.
Okay.
But it never went that way. On the contrary, so there where the council, see it necessary by reminding the county administration and those responsible for that purpose. But we were able to get 3 of those documents, and we used, the period in between to start the council work. So we were able to go through the budget performance reports and that was the bank statement attached. We solved some query.
Okay.
We solved some, issues that need, clarity. And so who responsible for that clarity? The council then wrote the county finance officer, who is the custodian, of financial aspects, at the level of the local government. So since we wrote, in return, the financial officer was able to respond, to the county council that he will be able to have, the audience with the county council comes tomorrow. So this is what we are here to inform, the public for their patience, in bearing with the county council, in bearing with the local authority, and in bearing with the media, and making sure that we come back to inform the public on how far we have gone.
Okay.
So up to now, we want to clear the doubt of our people that the budgets for 2026
Yeah.
have not been approved
Okay.
only because we have to work what the policy says. We have to work in line with the county development agenda.
Okay.
We also have to work with the budget performance report, information that we need to gather. When we authenticate that, then the yardstick of working on the revision and the approval of the current annual budget, the process can start.
Uh, so now we still have something outstanding.
Yeah.
They did not give the council the LRB contract. The LRB contract is the we talk about around corner here,
Yeah.
and which is the 400,000. It's still yet to be explained. Assuming that the finance officer will appear tomorrow, answer to all of the query, and then they get knocked down 100%. You review the draft budget, and then everything is in line without the explanation of the 400,000 for LRB contract. Is there any possibility that we'll move forward, or we still have to receive that to inform your decision?
So thank you so much.
Yeah.
The council will now, have the cat out of the bag ahead of the time. So, who responsible? Who responsible is the county finance officer to bring up to speed.
Okay.
So the invitation have been granted, and so we look forward, for tomorrow, so that he can appear. And I think from that, conference, there were, going to know the next feedback. So we will not, disclose, totally right now what will become the feedback.
Yeah.
Because who knows, we're going to get the positive aspect of the query that we want, from that appearance tomorrow.
Now the next thing is that the LRB contract. Who is actually responsible to bring the LRB contract? The superintendent or the development? Because this has to do with development initiative, the development activity. But value of the responsibility, the county development officer is charged with the responsibility of these things. Are you getting it? You hoping to get it from the development office or from the superintendent office, or say it has to do with the issue of a liquidation or maybe cash being involved? Then at the financial officer office, you expect to get it from.
That's what we're engaging into, because
Okay.
they have something to do with expenditure.
Okay.
So anything that have to do with expenditure, the budget must be prepared by the county finance officer. So he will be able to give us, how the council and how the public, can be able to have access to the contract between the lead energy and the local authority.
The budget performance report, did you see something inside?
There are many things
Okay.
that were identified.
Okay.
Yeah, so and these are reasons for which we are inviting, the finance officer to be able to make it very clear and simple, to simplify how the disbursement was made.
Again, I saw there's back and forth information between the county council and then the finance officer, where the finance officer is asking that the council must tell him the paragraph in the budget performance report that they have query so when he come he can prepare himself. And again, mind you, to the public to know, we're not going to ask the county council chairperson what problem they have in the budget performance report. We're not going to do that, because that particular question is the one that the county council will ask the finance officer. So we're not going to disclose that particular question here. It's not hard, but something wrong somewhere that we don't want somebody somehow to see, because the communication we saw between the two of you, they kept asking, show all the main portion that you want us to address, and you kept telling them, no, come, the entire report, so you submitted it, you have to defend it. Is there any secret behind it? You foresee something terrible coming to happen, or why are you not also telling them that we saw in paragraph 2 that something wrong somewhere?
Oh, thank you so much. As per the role of the county council, always we want for good things to happen, for our betterment of our county. why we decided to do this is because of what the policy says.
Okay.
We will not just receive budget draft and just start going into business with the budget draft.
Okay.
We should work along with the first budget performance report of 2025, inconvenience, with the budget, or with the country development agenda, then, we can now start moving on. So this is reason why, the country finance officer will be appearing tomorrow. They should be able to explain better how the disbursement was actually done, in line with the CDA, which is the country development agenda. So if one supposed to go to, Atila guest house that were approved, by the council that is in the CDA, CA transferring to Honorable City guest house,
Yeah.
we want to know, we ask will use whether it's in line with the CDA or whether it's in line with the financial, the PFM law. So these are, the country finance officer for the clarity for tomorrow.
Sometimes if we approve budget, for $10,000 coming to a Voice of Gedeh radio,
Yeah,
and you notice that $15,000 was spent on Voice of Gedeh radio, the $5,000 different.
yeah,
And you have a situation where the county authority they coming back to you to get authorization, or you just see it in the budget performance report that you excess money.
in some other area,
Let for an example,
Yeah.
GISA.
yeah,
GISA, it was approved in the 2025 resoluted budget, 70,000.
Yeah.
The local authority used $93,000 in that budget performance report according to their explanation. Did they come back to you to ask for authorization or deviation?
So obviously,
Yeah.
thank you so much for that, query always. And I can assure you that the media are also
Okay.
invited for tomorrow.
Okay.
And if possible, if we can take this live,
Yeah.
we want to set up precedent
Okay.
in working along with the local government function and the role of the county council.
Okay.
The reason for which the office of the finance officer is waiting,
Yeah.
and that which can be disclosed tomorrow, and we want for the public to follow up with
Okay.
what we are about to do.
Okay.
So we only come here to making the public to know how far we have gone
Okay.
and what will be heading to tomorrow.
Okay.
So if any other listening audience,
Mhm.
under the sound of our president, you and I, they can make their way out to the YMCA conference call tomorrow, and listen to see how the business is going to be touched, in the engagement with the county finance officer. So rating the county finance officer, the reason why the county finance officer was rating, I think that door going to be open tomorrow.
So it means that the media is also invited.
Invited,
And
yes.
the time is set for when tomorrow?
11 o'clock
11 o'clock in the
in the
morning.
morning, sure.
All right. So even if the popular anybody have the time, they're going to be a good listener tomorrow,
Yes.
and then see how the county council going to interact with the county finance officer. What happened in the evening? Maybe that the county finance officer don't appear. If you not come tomorrow, what happened? Because we can remember you wrote this sometime back in June.
Yeah.
And then you say I will be in county the week of the 5 to the 10.
Yeah.
And you operated in the week of the 5 to the 10.
Sure.
Now what happened tomorrow if you don't appear?
Oh well, we will come back
Okay.
to still brief our people how far we are going, because we keep to serve the public,
Yeah.
we keep to serve our people. So we are accountable for every step that we take. So we will still come back, to inform, the citizens that we are representing, to be in the know of how progress that we have made and how challenge, we are faced.
All right.
Yeah.
And away from that, we'll keep it until tomorrow. Then we can be able to see how the action will be led. But away from that,
Yeah.
in this because members were here, and then they did some interaction, had some couple of meetings and things around here with some stakeholders, and then institutions of importance. Did they meet the council?
Exactly.
All right.
Twice. twice.
And if they meet the people representation, then the people will want to know what was that. They just met you, spoke to you, and say, okay, how far we are, or you guys, you can give a briefing to us, or there were specific issues that they were trying to settle.
Okay, actually, it was several issues trying to settle that were lacking,
Okay.
and legally that is lacking,
Mhm.
and so these are some other adjustment the caucus, came actually or called the council, so to be able to work on. And what are those issues? One will identify is the way the local government act, was created. The local government act, created by distinct, power, sharing. The power of authority given to the county council and the power of authority given to the county administration. So in time that during the PMC law, when the local government act was not, funded, the county development, issues was, coordinated by the legislative caucus,
Yeah.
even were headed by the legislative caucus.
They were sharing the country.
They were sharing
the country city.
city.
Yeah.
So now the local government are coming to be, separate the caucus from that of, in the county development agenda. So there is a new law that they try to
Do amendment
to
on.
yes amendment.
Uh,
So that is the law that the caucus, try to bring forth to inform the county council on in moving forward, so that the coordination can exist. And what are those, amendments? The amendment, that were introduced in the council and the caucus meeting, it was actually to inform the council that any movement from now, the functions of the county council still remain in reviewing and approving of the county annual budget and annual plan. Or however it is, while the law still stands, the amendment is seeking that before approval and revision, after revision and approval, there should be a need of induction by the legislative caucus of the county. So we say we embrace that, and we ourselves, was not using our own power to, downplay the legislative caucus, but it was the law, what the law introduced.
Yeah.
So we were not answerable, based on the law, But now since the amendment is coming, definitely we accept that to be able to work along with the caucus, and we all decide the fate of the county development, agenda. So however the case to move forward, the county council was able to bring the caucus up to speed in sharing how far, the council have gone, from 2025 to 2026. Even we brought their attention, from 2024 of the regime, to that of the 2026, how far we are gone, and we exchange, progress, made, and challenges we face, and we share that, and there was a harmony in the process of the discussion that we can move on. So what they needed is the consultation, a measure, budget draft will be given to the county council. We should be able to work along with them to share, an idea. So idea sharing, was done. The senator, in the mix as an elder, play on the role that the counties are being governed by the senators and two senators, and the county are also being governed by two or three representatives. So if budget will be coming before the county council, they should be able to take into consideration, the county development agenda or the county development fund, to subscribe and effect the three electoral districts. And so when that is done, they have no option, they have no alternative but rather to support the county council in propagating the county development agenda. So that was actually what the coordination meeting was actually meant for. And from the caucus, we were going to have a joint meeting between the county authority and the caucus. You know, the council and the county meeting the local authority, and we concluded with the same coordinations and the same working relationship in observing the policy and the constitution.
Again, sorry, will not go you too long here. When you are out, then the citizen, we can also do the analysis of maybe the way the meeting will look like tomorrow and our conversation here. Then we'll also be asking citizens so that if they are opportune tomorrow, what will be their recommendation to you? But we'll see whether we can squeeze in few calls here that people will make their recommendation. Maybe they have seen the draft budget. Maybe they have seen the budget performance report and they don't want to inject something so that they can also include on your agenda tomorrow. We'll ask them on their opinion. But how far now we are one, that is another aspect. The way things are going, the way things were going, and then the way things will be going now. Um, what is the relationship like between the county council and the local authority by way of business, not private? Between the county council.
Uh, Engagement, they are strong in the county council for engaging with. We are seeing positive, response based on that. It is through that background we are able to have the three communications that were requested for. Even it was policy basis, it was not, by fighting.
They came to be 2024.
Yeah.
In the past, before 2025, is that how they were doing it, or in 2025 now they just changed?
It changed.
It changed in
Yeah, and
2025.
so what we
Okay.
consider that, in section 2, chapter 2, section 2A, that talk about the county council function. The first function is to propagate peace and unity.
Okay.
So the first 2024, we as county council consider that as transition. So if people are transitioning, a regime are transitioning, they have to take time for adaptation of policy or constitutions or administrative issues. So for 2024, we consider that as a transitional period. For 2025, why was that observed? Because of transition, we don't take it in 2025. So this is why we take it very serious. So making sure that the documentation aspect that you just saw the county council engaging into, we started engaging into it. But gradually, the county administration now are reporting, to the county council. We saw some other level of disrespecting the council,
Okay.
in the past.
Okay.
But now, when we write the county administration, they subscribe to it.
But how you feel sometimes when you write the county authority, specific people, and they are telling other people that are concerned about the whole government issue to give you a response. Let's find an example. We saw some communications, we saw some communication from in our administration building. You wrote the fiscal affairs superintendent, and the fiscal affairs superintendent or the county financial officer is asking the financial consultant to give you a response. How you see that?
Oh, thank you very much, Mr. City. Honestly,
Yeah. He's not working with government, he's just a consultant.
administration is very,
Okay.
administratively with your level of strength, they serve in the public, and private sectors. The level on which you are understood, the private sector to the letter and functioning, it is quite different from the public sector.
Okay.
We have been seeing communications, coming to the county council, a financial, consultant, and that which I don't know whether is promoting or reducing. Because if a consultant would be writing
It's a secretary.
as a secretary, then but however the case, in as much as it was accepted that the letter is from the founder's office, yes, we respond to it and we work with it.
Now, for the record's sake, to let we all here, we are all Liberian, and every one of us, all the aliens and then the foreigner here, they are looking at us. Personally, the superintendent can speak to you.
Yes.
It can, how yes is a yes. Sometimes when you're baller and no way out, that's the time he can speak to you.
Oh, I don't know how you classify
Yeah,
that.
no, because I'm not.
We are not fighting well.
I agree that
Yeah.
we're not fighting well.
Yeah.
And but really, the way, sometimes when people putting policy into place,
Yeah.
the way it can appear to other people. I know that many a time people in some corner will say, you're attacking the superintendent administration, you're undermining the superintendent. You sometimes hear this thing.
Honestly, I've been hearing it, I've been engaged
Okay.
in several occasions. Currently, I've been engaged into that.
Okay.
But the superintendent itself, knows that Attila is a policy, driven person.
Okay.
That is the difference. For natural, intimacy, our intimacy, we can do our hello, we can do our, my picking, civil society, be man, we do that. But when it comes to policy issue, then there were the differences.
Yeah.
So that the policy difference here between the county administration, specifically the county superintendent and I, is not any personal issue.
Yeah,
Well, our people, we need to understand that, based on our role that we can play as people representation, we have to play the role of the people. So when it comes to our function too should be respected. So these are things sometimes when we sit, in the stakeholder meeting that was just here in recent time, we observe, we ask that everyone of us observe our role, and we shouldn't go our role against each other.
Now there is something that we were not there, but we saw on the video. Because sometimes when people are having programs that are meetings, you go there, you see, and after the meeting, then you do the analysis. I don't understand. There's that question that you asked in one of your meetings, we saw on Facebook, but that question was not answered. I don't know whether the people actually wanted to have you in that meeting or they were not wanting to have you in that meeting. When you ask concerning that whole LRG dramatic or drama, how you fare in that meeting, you ask a question and people just stare at you and they not answer anything.
Thank you, Roseli. We went there based on our role and our position. We were called to be there.
Okay.
And yes, you observed the process. Question was not answered.
Yeah.
And someone was even in the field and said, Mr. Carr, question, what's the answer? The response was, this is not intended for question answering.
Yeah, that was the part that I saw.
Yeah.
That actually, I could not even explain it to some citizens that were approaching me on the situation because you asked a question, and for the people, by the people, in the interest of the people. But so if somebody would look at the whole situation and say, no, this is not the time for the kind of question and answer. I'm just hoping tomorrow that you're not ask the question and somebody will say, no, this is not it. Anyway, that in the council, Chimo. Again, the citizen want to know, when you inviting the local authority to come and explain to the people of Grand Gedeh County through their representation.
Sure.
The people are asking whether some of the places that they said they implemented some of the projects or their ongoing project, whether you have visited the places over the period from January to December 2025.
Exactly.
You went to some of the places, right?
Exactly.
Because that should inform your decision before you can ask somebody the question.
Exactly.
Okay.
If you can recall the last, time I ever appeared here, I told you that the council did their assessment, when in the pre after approving 2025 budget, and after 2025 budgets elapsed, county council team, several groups, visited those project sites.
Okay.
And based on that, It's what prompted the council to do the communication now, for the budget performance report to be, brought forth. And since the budget performance, report are then brought forth, the factor of the budget performance report going to be sitting before us. And now we started, doing our own assessment, analysis that we gather to compare and contrast.
Okay. All right. Now, we will take few calls before we can leave the chairperson, the acting chairperson, to go. They had a meeting tomorrow. We've gone more than 40 minutes right now. So you can call and give your opinion advice. They will be calling the local authority tomorrow, starting with the finance officer. So when you make your call on the radio, tell the council what you observe in the budget performance report that you want them to also jet down to ask the people tomorrow. Let's take the call and see. Good evening and welcome to Voice of Gedeh Radio. Council,
there are a few things we said that I want to recommend something also.
Why your recommendation?
Yeah, this is that we and the superintendent are coinciding and they are working in line correctly now. And
no, Malcolm. No, Mr. Tom. No, Mr. Tom. He did not say the council and the superintendent they are now working together now. That's not what he said. I'm asking for the relationship between the council and the county authority, more especially for some of those meetings that were being coordinated by the caucus. And he said there is no personal thing between them. They have policy issues, but things are okay, yes. But they have policy issues.
Okay, Mr. Teddy is clear, but he said the local authority are making reform now. So what I want also, because we also want to weigh the local authority making, give it to them. What can they share?
Mr. Toe, the chairperson said they requested for 4 documentation. The people submitted 3 of the 4 documentations. The one he said. So tomorrow, based upon what the people submitted, they have invited the fan. My man, tell the people that in your hall, my man, you want the radio, man. Don't do that kind of thing to all. My man, when you're in family meeting, then you don't radio now. Then after the family meeting, you dress a little bit. What we want you to do now at this point, if you have a recommendation to the county chairperson, the acting chairperson and the county council, pass the recommendation over to him so that tomorrow in their meeting, he can be able, as a citizen representation, to pass that on or to ask the guys. But they have submitted 3 of the 4 questions that is sent to them. They submitted a report. The LRB energy contract is the one that is outstanding. So the local authority responded now in making those requests about the report they asked them for. They went through it and they had some questions. Like the question they called them one by one to ask them. The draft budget they submitted, they not approve it yet, they not test it yet. So that's it. So if you have your recommendation, ask your recommendation, bring the question on so that they can be able to jet them down, and then tomorrow they will be able to flex here. But the citizens are also encouraged to go there tomorrow to listen. Good evening, welcome to the Voice of Gedeh Radio. You following the story, right?
Yes,
Okay, what's your contribution? Where are you calling up from your name?
I'm calling for that guy.
Mr. Dare or Zre? Oh, Mr. Guian? All right. Quickly. All right. Okay.
When you see your
Mr. Graham. Mr. Graham is saying that remain where you are. What you are saying to them, don't deviate.
So,
Good evening. Welcome to the Voice of now.
Who is sitting behind the microphone as well?
This is the man by geographical location. They call him Nyokpao after me than me.
God bless you. And who is sitting before the microphone was sounding like one of the most historic record now in our country, Monk Scholar, now actually a mixture.
Yeah. That's the acting chairperson of the county council.
Chairman acting,
Yeah.
county council.
yes, sir.
The evening and congratulations, this is the country. You're not forced, but like we always say, you'll be compared to the enemy, you're right.
Yeah.
Mr. Carr, welcome this evening. We're following you. We let you know, and we tell you that all of those points that you are outlining to all of us. What we want to say, and we can say to you continuously, is that this is not about Akira Carr, the Carr's family. It is about Grand Deer County, near the Republic of Liberia. Here is a new village. Do it to the best of your ability. We are all with you into this fight. We know that it is a fight. This is a serious fight because the Catholic want you to eat fasting. Akira Catholic road, and not a couple of the fasting. I want to create a right between you and her. Why Akira who he is. Therefore, I will strategize in which Akira fear of action. Therefore, you have to stay your ground, remain focused, remain intelligent, and serve the people that history will call you tomorrow. Nothing more, nothing less, only God of protection. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was a nice time talking to you on Voice of Gedeh Radio. We'll say speaking two more calls, then the chairperson can be able to give his concluding statement. But before then, our recommendation will have a Voice of Gedeh Radio. Will also tell you so that tomorrow you can forget, that you can be able to jot down. But our recommendation is strictly on the bench statement. While we are waiting the calls, the family of Voice of Gedeh Radio want to inform the county council about some other things. And then from their budget performance report that is submitted, we have observed from the Voice of Gedeh family that the accountant in the office of the finance officer is continuously withdrawing money from the county account. Now, which we see as a complete violation of the financial management law worldwide. And the accountant in the finance officer office can receive by check in his name his salary. If he is on government payroll, that is strictly into the account. He don't need to receive any money on behalf of anybody from the county account. One of the on July 24, 2025, Mr. Sylvester S. Weir received 5,000 United States dollars from the county account. We want the county council to take note of that. We don't know whether that was his salary or he received it in the name of something. He's not a procurement officer. He's not buying anything. And we fear that the Voice of Gedeh family is looking at that to be a conflict of interest, not observing the 4I principle. On December 1, 2025, Mr. Sylvester S. Weir received 18,600 and 18,030 United States dollars. 18,030 United States dollars from the county account on check number 0000104. That was also placed in Mr. Sylvester S. Weir name. December 5, 2025, Mr. Sylvester S. Weir received 3,000 United States dollars again from the county development account. And our attention, it informs our decision that something somewhere was not right. Again, to conclusively conclude on January 12, 2026, check number 143, Mr. Sylvester SBI received $2,570 USD from the county account. Those were money that they just to name a few, that the accountant in the finance officer office received from the county account and was indicated and mentioned on the bank statement that was submitted by them. In the superintendent office, the superintendent administrative assistant, that is the chief of office staff to the superintendent office, January 21, 2025, Mr. J.N. Suku received $1,235,000 Liberian dollars. In the superintendent office, received January 21, 2025, received $1,335,000. January 31, 2025, Mr. J.N. Suku received $2,888,150 from the county account. That is the administrative assistant to the superintendent office. January 25, 20, January 31, 2025, J.N. Suku received $2,888,150 liberty from the county account. Mr. Sylvester S. Weir, April 28, 2025, received $280,000 liberty from the county account. May 6, 2025, Mr. Sylvester Weir received $848,250 liberty from the county account. May 6, 2025, Mr. Sylvester Weir received $916,500 liberty from the county account. You know, on and on like that, but just to name a few. So the Voice of Gedeh family want to inform the county council as our own recommendation that in your meeting tomorrow, you please look at that. That was what they submitted. But for the fiscal affair or the financial officer accounting to be receiving money from the county account in the term of more than millions of dollars, you know, is received from county account. Somebody will receive $18,000, you know, from between the two offices in between. So the people of Grand Gedeh County want to know why these things are happening, so the county council can use a good office to also see on that. We don't want to again bore you here. We almost gone 1 hour now, Honorable Chairperson, so that you can be able to give for your. If there's anything we didn't touch, somebody want to also know. No, the county council, the county chair to do that. They want to, as soon as you finish with all of the activities, to see whether you can share the copy of the report because they are for the citizen. But I think you can share it with members of the council, right? Yes, sure. Okay, all right. So they want you to take into consideration. Take that into consideration that when you conclude on all these things, the report should also come to the public so that people can be able to know. Is there anything that we did not touch that you want us to know of?
No, gradually based on the agenda for this evening, we touched basics, but just a referral I just want to make to the public on the role of the county council that we continue to play. In chapter 2, section 2, section 2.8 of the Local Government Act B, I want to read this out to the public. Okay. That tomorrow with people perception, the county council just get up and start doing their own thing, approving budget, and they are not taking the budget or they are not taking any issues to the public. What we are doing here is part of the council work. Okay. It's actually part of the council work. So if you listen keenly, what chapter 2, section 8, that's it, chapter 2, section 2, 8, B, what it says, on say,
Okay.
B says, decision of the county council shall be disseminated. What we are doing now, we are disseminating the decision we are about to take,
Okay.
and the decision will be reaching tomorrow. So using what? Using the best medium of public, using the best medium of public information, education, and communication available to the county, available to the country. So this is why we are here, to making sure that the information will reach to the people in different form of education. So we are educating our people as per the step that the county councils, they are going into before reaching to the revision and the approval of the county annual budget, that will be brought forth to the council. So we want our people to know. Having Palava more, discussion, this is what we say, immediately after understanding the budget performance report, we will be taking the budget draft now to the 8th administrative district headquarters. So when we will find, challenge is will be in the operation fund have not yet been disbursed. That is the challenge that's ahead of us. And you will know that 2025 already elapsed. Now it is about time where, because this is why they say the budget draft of the new fiscal year should be given in
almost the end of the other year before the new one.
So that the budget can be enough. Now our budget enough. I want going to take operation form now to start going to the 8th administrative district headquarters to call the town hall meeting where the local authority in the district are allotted for their district.
But again, the superintendent and people, then they started using money already in a year. The estimate is submitted here. You got 2026, 2026, 2026. Even to the extent that Mr. Sylvester, we are January to 2026, no money from the country account again. So why are they not giving the operation? The operation fund.
Yeah, so that we can take the budget to the district. But there where we are, so when we deal with what we're going to do tomorrow, the next step we'll be anticipating on is about taking the budget to the citizens of the districts, so that we can come back.
But again, now, because I spoke with Representative Jeremiah Sokan here, the chairperson of the Grand Judah representation in Parliament, the proper chairperson.
Yeah.
I was asking him, we in July already.
Yeah.
From January to June, nothing. We in July. So the budget performance and the draft budget is saying, is it from July to December or like the entire December, January to December?
January, the budget years, start from January.
Don't do anything. Anyone when you reach to that, I don't want to know what they call it.
No, the task just to have to be performed as well.
Yes.
Because the budget year is from December, from January to December.
Yeah.
So whether you break it, in December, second set, we have to work towards
of course, yeah.
Yeah, to improve it. Yeah. So
so
how far we are.
Yeah, so how much your person $400 before we take leave of you.
Yeah.
The party coming.
Yeah, thank you so much again on behalf of the county council. We actually want to appreciate the effort always the staff and management then continue to give to the county council. We have no money to give, but to appreciate the staff and management, we should be able to say thank you again and thank you so much for the working relationship that we continue to give to our county, to give to our citizens. So we continue to look forward for this service to be given to us, so to be able to enlighten the minds of our people on the local government part and the county development agenda, so that we can be able to know, our people will be able to know what is unfolding on a daily basis. So the media, we actually working towards it. If the county annual budget, is approved, and that of the national budget are already been approved for county, or council operation fund, we're going to make sure that we see reason, so we ourselves can be able to empower, the media.
Because they'll tell you, the honorable chairperson, it is unfortunate, that, the media there to also tell the government and to inform our people, where these things are not going. Media institution can go there.
Exactly.
Voice of Gedeh toward the entire country already took the 2025 budget to the people who explained the budget, and that based upon that, what did not happen in the various districts and things, we are here informing our people, and the government can see reason to move in some of the places that it has some of those lapses and things to cover up. It's a different ball game when the superintendent heard that. Just imagine in the last budget year, 2025, it was mentioned that they gave money to media, and then the Voice of Gedeh were allotted where the council approved $1,000. We did not get it. This year again, the superintendent saw all the people who informing the citizens. He did not mention anything that has to do with us. I see that as something that is very personal, because people speaking on policy issue and then they have this thing against them. The next thing is that Grand Gedeh money should be used on Grand Gedeh or institutions here that government can give subsidy to. What a private institution, it doesn't matter, but it should be on Grand Gedeh effect. In our budget performance report, we saw the superintendent said they gave money to the LBS, ELBC, and ELBC was never approved by the county council. So we want to leave it like that, and you check on it, and then in your deliberation, so that you can also be asking people, because sooner or later somebody will be giving money to booking and be a fair around here. We must be very careful about that. Honorable Chairperson, was a nice time coming to our radio station, and then I will take our musical break. When we are back, then we'll continue till 11:20 p.m.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's a nice time talking to you, Chief. All right, this is how we want to extend our appreciation to the acting chairperson of the Grand Gedeh County Council for being our guest here and face the issue. This is it. Tomorrow in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning, we'll go there to listen. And then by the evening hour again, they will kind of do the analysis. If possible, tomorrow we'll see how things are going to see that when we are there, that the world will be listening to us tomorrow to know what are those things. So that tomorrow when we're doing analysis here, somebody will know that in the morning here, myself will listen to Voice of Gedeh radio, and then I listen to the way things were going tomorrow. Mama, you like you come tomorrow. You can say you can be able to explain the thing here. In your office, the finance officer office and the superintendent office are the one that just withdrawing money from the county account. And then when you're talking to the superintendent associate, when you take the thing very personal, yeah, that granted people money. That money that it was intended, the money is intended, the money will be intended for development activity in this country. And not the way, another way around. When the superintendent doing this thing, then people can be able to wonder what the superintendent will be able to offering the people of Grand Judah for 2 years as representative in the house. You not pass a bill here? What a bill that you pass in the interest of Grand Judah County, why did you pass that bill in the first place? That you will come today and start treating the people of Grand Judah the way you're treating them. Yeah? Now look at the way things are looking like. 15, 18,000 dollars, $2 million liberty, $5,000 US. People from between your two offices will be taking money from the country account like that. People try you want so personal here. When we're talking about business, you want business with pride. So I continue to remind the people in Bazon, specifically in Bao. So when you have that thing there between Tian Town and Port Town, if the people play football game between Tian Town and Port Town, the refs start cheating for Tian Town. Port Town, if you are there as a coach, honorable superintendent, you're not taught anything, you say that the rules of the game, and you know that the ref is cheating. The two fingers that you pointing to the ref that officiating the game in Tian Town, the three that come, in Going Town. The three coming back to you, that is the interpretation of your administration here as a superintendent. The way you administer the affairs of Grand Judah County, everybody just leave it at that. Football game business, you put confusion inside, the whole chat room scatter, you taking people then from in the chat room on football game issue. County budget business again, everything here you play 99% role into the budget not being successful in 2025. Transferring aggression against people who informing people around here. Put money in the budget that the county council approved for media. You take the money, you say you go give it to ELBC. You give it to ELBC, why you not give it to OKFM? Why you not get OKFM? Why you not get Punch FM? You take Grand Judah, put money, go give it to Mosorado County. Then the children from Grand Judah are going to school in Mosorado County, they not benefit anything from that. Give me ELBC $1,000 of the Crown people money. How does that benefit the development agenda of Grand Judah? We in July right now from January as a superintendent from January to June. Nothing going on here, the development activity in Grand Judah County for the fiscal year 2026. But you're taking money from the county cover as far as January. The county council was supposed to tell you say they wanted up to March. You're coming to see how you start taking money from that place. Electricity money here, nobody can explain it. It'll be 400,000 money Benin. You can't explain when people talking around here. You're having problem, you're having issue with people. You think Kumantana know the distance between Kumanta and Dia? Why are you I'm begging you, you're sending some text messaging to me why you're sending around here. All the people then are sending text messaging around. You're sending text message to me. You're sending text message to people 2 o'clock in the morning because they're talking about Grand Judah business. Why you can't send me some text messaging? Say, and I know the difference between Sunday and Monday. You're sending text messaging to organ leave from here 11:45 to 12 o'clock in the morning. I tell you, leave from here. You're sending some text messaging to us. Because we're telling you that the superintendent not come to the county to develop the county. The superintendent came to create confusion. Every day of the superintendent administration, the only way you'll be certified before that day end when you create confusion between another person and another person, or between him and another person. They all mad. That's why you're making flower with. You're making flower with Superintendent Kai Fari. Former Superintendent Kai Galo Fari. You're making flower. I hate to say when you see the man, you join you for him. Only because the man talk about put you in entitlement. You don't want reconciliation. Why you constituted that? You brought in a committee. You placed the same man on the committee. So when a man comes to the place, they might not talk anything concerning Putu business. No, for us on the other side, we can talk something concerning our section, concerning our district, we'll talk something about that. So, I mean, when you go to Bao district, you go to Bazon and that's fine, no problem. The day you go to Gay Town, or maybe the day you go to other places, fine. Bay Town, and when you go to the place when development is supposed to come there, they go back to about you posted tournament here. Now Putu went for final. Putu entitlement, they might not talk about it. They talk about you talking in the chat room. Putu will not get anything when Putu one can. Let Putu can, Putu down one can. Let Putu sit down. With our manner or plus Putu, we can have this lady. Grand Jira County have 8 administrative districts. When you not know that New Zealand group. When you not know, let me tell you. Once upon a time when you're representative, whether you do something for the district, you do something for the district, nobody can ask you, but this one you are administrator for the county. So we'll check every step of your daily activity, your to-do list, that what we're looking on every day. You'll go answer to the budget performance report where you're submitted. You submitted bank statement and nobody signed in the Republic of Liberia. No bank said that we can find that you can say, yeah, this thing from us. No banking institution in the country that can validate this thing and say they think from our institution. Your brother again, they're not even signed and stamped by any banking institution here. Then your brother, the way you throw money from the country account, everything there again mentioned. Yeah, you can get a kind of bank, you can get a kind of statement when you go to a bank, just say, we want to get something from and just send it to those people. And the county council, you call those people. Your brother document, not signed and stamped. I just hoping that tomorrow somebody among the council there will say which one of the institutions that gave you this statement that is not signed and stamped. Then we get a question, the answer you will get the people of Grand Gedeh tomorrow. You see the way things are looking like? A deputy minister entered this county. Deputy Minister Koluba, an acting minister for Ministry of Local Government. He was on the county, the nation tour. He visited the southeastern counties. Maryland were among them. I know you can't jump over River G. He stepped up to River G also. Citizen engagement meeting on decentralization and government to the people. In Maryland, they never had it. In the classroom, they had an engagement meeting in the city hall. The superintendent of Grand Gedeh County not able to go in the city hall to call citizen meeting. Send the 5,400,000 they give it to the citizen mayor. Nothing she can't explain about it. And when 2 of them go in that place there, they will be able to ask them again a recommendation and tell the deputy minister that 400,000 because we are going to indict the ministry. Because we wrote the ministry, the county council, the citizen, I say we because the citizen through the council wrote the ministry to talk about the 400,000 business. Today the contract is nowhere around. So the acting minister was going to be told strictly that we are disappointed in the ministry, that when the government is fighting corruption, and that the government through the Ministry of Interior, and by then, now the Ministry of Local Government will receive a communication concerning high degree of corruption in the ministry that is within the rescue government will downplay it like that. So we're going to tell the acting minister and to be on record. The people of Grand Gedeh County are going to be on record. So because of that, you're having an administration building in the conference hall of the administration building. When people ask questions, I say that one there, they're not very important. Then you're calling who you want to call 6 o'clock in the morning. I mean, you might not be asking me to call the people that knew where you call 6 o'clock in the morning. The people you're told to call people to call people for that meeting, they were calling people 6 o'clock in the morning. I know you not know that in the country we get darkness and daylight. 6 o'clock in the morning time. From 5:59 to 6 o'clock in the morning, you now know that the darkness stay outside daytime to get clear. You're calling people to come for a meeting, a secret meeting you're calling. by directive of the superintendent. All of your inner administration being there. When it comes to official communication, majority of you there, you're always sleeping. You prepare your own agenda. You say sick remark, welcome remark by certain meals, Sweden corporation. When I had no man and no bubbles were away. Hey, you're always bringing the country into public disrepute. Why are we administering the fair? Grand Guinea is no exception. We need to be there. It's not whether we want to. No, we need to be there. More than 15. When it comes to the issue of development activity, we need to be there. My man, your leader, they can message this. When you're ready, I'm a job. When you're coming, they want we want you to come so you can defend the superintendent because yesterday you were not giving people change around here. Now, so much you are saying to Tomo Ya and even say that we catching hard time in Grand Guinea country with regard to the way the superintendent is serving the affair of this country. All you're talking out of context. You start forming different grouping there around here. Facebook people now will start cursing. Now people trouble old men and not do anything to you. You start talking to here around here. Yeah, now your own man pray your mascatana. One report they may not able to give it. 3 years that I tell you enter in now. The superintendent and I address the county. Webley, you know, address the county. Stirring confusion among the citizens every day. Don't say they're not true. The first place superintendent did are important. Important that the plane started first. When Representative Jacob D.B. brought out transformer, you go ask the people there, they will give you the explanation. Because when you want to defend, when you want to tell the people, say everything that people say about the superintendent are not true, then go be visiting some of those towns. Start from Bazon Jaudi. Ask the statutory superintendent that there why the superintendent are not going there now 3 years. Then from there, when you ask him pull out, they will say they saw the superintendent because the superintendent said when you're going to Deble, when you're passing to Zwaja way there, you're going to look at the road. My man, you're not one well with minister of local government, you're not going before the public way people. No, you're not do that in there. They breach that the road leading from the sacred code going all the way to the palace of correction. That death trap breach that is there. All right. We here. That's also all remain here now. Good evening. Who are we talking to here? Who are we talking to here? You're live on Voice of Gedeh Radio.
I come from Giant Zone.
From Giant Zone.
Yeah.
How are you? Yeah, Mr. Talu, how are you getting our singular in Giant Zone?
It's so fine. Mama, you continue to talk. All the people that you talking is completely on the road, but the children will not be good.
I've not many. No, you know, Talu, things are changing. Because, mind you, yesterday, nobody needs to hear about we holding on now. But now the county council now, nobody approving any budget now. The county, the caucus members were here and they said, look, we all need to, why it is true that Grand Guinea need to move forward, why it is required people need to do it. Tomorrow, their final officers are supposed to be at PM, all the 19,000 that are taken from the country account so they can go answer to it. So things are changing. The superintendent, we told the superintendent move from in the party that where you are living, you're running the whole government, the country from. He moved in the administration, I'm moving the administration building. He still now saying he want to go back, we say he might not go back. He might not even try to get on those streets. So things are changing. So things are changing and things will get better. The reason why, when they plan the budget, guys, on the now client can benefit, everybody will hear it, and everybody hear everything for Grand Guinea belong to Grand Guinea. So let bear patience till will change small.
Okay, the final says, we stay first, they say, oh, if I know.
Yeah.
Then my mother not going to die before the court. No, yeah, the prayer now is busy. Yeah, the plan are talking on now. The people are talking,
Okay, sir. Thank you. It was a nice time talking to us from the Niao clan this evening, specifically in Giant Zone. You know, things will change. Now the Mosorado chapter now taken. The sons and daughter in Mosorado County now started it already. They saw it as an embarrassment to the government that told the people we are here to rescue the people. Not that the people were dying, that you came to rescue them, but they are here because government are continuity. They are here to add on to the previous administration. That where the people they now reach, they will reach them. And they will keep their hold. They will make sure that the other things the past administration did not do, they will make sure to do them to bring relief to the people. Then you can bring people on the common people again, who will always be creating problem for them. So Grand Gedeh will be good again. This country will be faced. People talking about how for you to be accountable to the people, to be transparent in what you're doing. You're writing text messaging around here to people in the net, 2 o'clock in the net. You can't see 2 o'clock in the morning. Then you calling somebody, you telling them that message. Why you can send it to someone else? You don't know the road from here, Gia, or you don't know the one from here to Kumantown. You send a text message to someone else. You're calling people talking about how Grand Gedeh should be developed. You're calling people 2 o'clock in the morning to tell them say they must leave all the things that they're talking about. Not be talking about it. My man, when you're not brave, don't do take a police building there. All the things you're doing around, you're not brave around here. Then you're taking the country money now. When people talk about you'll be calling at 2 o'clock in the morning. If you're not stop doing what you're doing, in the morning time, the first conversation you can have in your house will tell the people. The first conversation you can have in the morning time before you go to your various offices will be telling people on the radio. They're not in the interest of the people of Grand Gedeh County. When strangers come to the place, when visitors are here, when the guests are entering the place and coming to discuss about Grand Gedeh business, you bring them in the city hall. Let's go to the city hall. When the president is entering this county, the president is having conversation with the people in the city hall. So a deputy minister or acting minister will not kind of want to do citizen engagement. Then you go call few of your supporters. Majority of your supporters, and you're carrying them there who will not say, look, why this country is going in a direction. You're finished with the meeting, then you're in the meeting. Now the deputy minister left. What happened to the masses? What happened to the citizen? Once upon a time, besides Zia Town, one of the best roads in Grand Gedeh County here was the road from opposite Dole House to Giant Zone. What happened with that road today? The issue of the sustainability plan, where is it? When people face your road, they want you to have a sustainability plan. Now, when they leave from there, you must be taking care of it continuously. So when the people are hauling cocoa on that road that is already paved, and then the people coming, they must pay their taxes to the affected community. When they're using the road already, then you bring about a sustainability plan that tomorrow, when the cover get damaged from somewhere, or when the narrow claim people need to benefit from a cover, so that all of the time that road can be pliable, then when the people come in, they start contributing to the development agenda to the narrow claim. Then that money will also be used plus what the government, the Grand Gedeh authority will give from the country development agenda. Then the people from Nia will be able to use it on the road to all of the time be opening the roads. People go to the place when they follow cocoa in the car, then we send agent in there so that they can pay percentage to us. Is that why you call leadership? Leadership. No. Good evening. Welcome to the ground room. You gotta move aside the radio. Dress from side the radio.
Okay, I will gather the food.
Dress from side the radio. I hear myself behind there. So call that radio behind there. No, ask me a question. All right. Now all your questions. No, where the second question? Ask up to one time. Because your feedback is disturbing me, so I want everybody to hear it. You saw the radio and it's embarrassing the earpiece I'm using. That's what I'm saying. No, I will answer your question, but dress back from the radio, then you can call back for a second time. So I will answer your question. But the point that I'm pushing is that when you call in the radio, for other people to listen to you and for the sake of our ears, dress away from the radio that closer to you because the feedback can be too terrifying for our ears. In the first place is that I was a presidential appointee. I did not resign from the administration building. I was replaced by the president. And the president will serve me at the way and pleasure of the president. So the president today, when he speaks on his left side, he can kind of say that Grand Gedeh candidate, when he can say that Grand Gedeh candidate, and then he will change you. So, and my leaving from the administration building was not because I wanted to have left from the administration building. But in 2021, the by-election, it was made clear on the radio by the current superintendent of this county that yes, they were the one that made us the president to change us because we're not working in the interest of the administration. And in the interest was our building was too high. So I left from the administration building because I was principle-minded person. And they never wanted anybody who was straightforward to have been among them. Good evening, welcome to the Voice of Gedeh Radio. Who am I talking to? You can call back later. So all of us that were replaced during that reshuffle process, we were not changed because we wanted to have been changed. The statutory superintendent for Queen Embo was also replaced that same day. The statutory superintendent for Bazon was also replaced that same day. The only people that were left were the commissioner for Bao and the commissioner for Chien District. The rest of the other commissioners, including the fiscal affairs superintendent and Randall Young Power City, were all replaced on that same day. And let me be very honest to the people of Grand Gedeh County today so they can know of that. That particular administration was very tense with consistent people. The commissioner for BIE at the time, Ome Kwate, he was too tough when it comes to the issue of being principal manager. Superintendent, statutory superintendent Voice of Gedeh at the time in Bazon statutory district was very tough woman. Then the statutory superintendent for Queen Embo at the time, we commonly knew as BKB, was very tough at the time. So to have these people, and then in the administration building again, I was among one of those that were not the best. So to have these people in the administration who were all of the time talking about, Grand Gedeh business, it was a very difficult time to survive. So the only thing they needed to have done was the day they see the president or the day they see the minister of state to tell them that these people did not a partisan, so you have to change them from the government. So that's how we left from local government. We did not leave from local government because we wanted to left from local government. So that was it. So you can put your next question too so that we can be able to have a debate and not confrontation. So this is how things were looking like at the time when we were in local government. And to validate that debate because it took time. That people actually wanted to know why we left local government. And to validate that, during the by-election campaign in 2021, the former representative for Bison District, the current superintendent for Grand Gedeh County, ventilated that on our sister radio station, Smart FM. He said that the last day of the campaign. So this is how that drama ended. But Grand Gedeh from that time till now, going to 5 years now, Grand Gedeh still stand, and Grand Gedeh will still remain. And Grand Gedeh needs to be good. So when you take people off, when you come there, then you perform. Good evening. Welcome to the Voice of Gedeh Radio. Who am I talking to? Why is the second question? Sorry? You say what you do? No, what? No, Chief, what happened? No, don't get confused. You know what happened? You know what happened? The Grand Gedeh will only move on if we continue to tell the right thing. When you listen to the radio, listen clearly to the radio. We know that your back don't lead us, but you're going to be realistic. I am only telling you what happening between Superintendent Grant and former Superintendent Kaifale on the steering committee. The Superintendent Grant set up a steering committee to manage football activities in Grand Gedeh. Putu Administrative District and Kavala Administrative District went for final. They again ended in confusion. They awarded the trophy to Kavala Administrative District. The steering committee was set up and she decided to have done a needful thing to do reconciliation because Putu said they will not take part in any district league again in Grand Gedeh. In as much as that issue is not resolved. The steering committee went there. Superintendent Kaifale, former Superintendent Kaifale, who is now on the steering committee, talked to his tribal people, his sessional people, the Putu people. Say, you're not forgetting. And let's go there. Why you're entitled to the people who give it to you? That was the conclusion of that meeting in that place. Now the current superintendent said, Putu will not get anything when they want can, they can, they don't want can, they must stay. That was sparked the debate in their chat room. So it's not about backing Superintendent Kaifale administration. I did not tell you that backing Superintendent Kaifale administration. No, I am talking about what transpired in Putu. So a good sometime, if we continue with the debate so you can listen clearly, because these are things that making a Grand Gedeh country not going forward. When somebody do wrong to you, don't want to talk it. And at the end of the day, we found ourselves to where we found ourselves today. Remember now, our generation just arrived, and those that we are expecting are those that feature that we're playing with here today. You said it now, you said it now to where you calling offering tonight. The issue that we are discussing has to do with Grand Gedeh business. 400,000 of the country account. Sorry, you can call back. You can call back. Now, 400,000 of the country amount from the country cover is still here to be explained about. Good evening, welcome. The Voice of Gedeh Radio. Who am I talking to?
Thank you. I'm Shama Tidua and joining from Kula Papa.
Mr. Dua, good evening. Go ahead. What's your point?
Thank you very so much. The oral job lesson now, you can see it from the tone that we're supporting the foreign citizens in the character. What the judge said, if you don't document, you are discussing the Grand Gedeh. You can send the people and then take over all of the things that we have been doing. There's not something that we want like a destiny to Grand Gedeh. So if we discuss it already, I think people, Nigerians, somebody who loves the country, they need to join you and talk about this thing. But for the question from the asked today, it's a thousand minutes. You see, if the number of people that resign from the serving committee, do you think Nigeria is reaching up? President, that's the defeat that's happening. So President, some other commission company that one. So the kind of people that resign from the serving committee because of the behavior of the superintendent. Yet if somebody on the radio discussing it, that we should sign remedy that Nigeria is better, then we go way back to keep time things restored from that and be asking all kinds of questions.
Thank you, my dear brother. It was a nice time having you. Yeah, thank you. It was a nice time having you on Voice of Gedeh Radio. But you know, sometimes that's the reason why the voice of the people is here so that we can be able to debate the issue. 2021, you are not around here. But you say, why I left from local government, I have to tell him that the current superintendent is the one that took off from job. And the current superintendent was the one who went to the president and the Minister of State and tell them, say, you take the crown people there from job because when you keep them there, they're doing the right thing and we not want them to do the right thing. On the radio 2021, the last day for campaign at our sister radio station, he was on the radio when he said it. So you can be able to know and continue like that. But again, he's not representing now again, he's superintendent now in the county. So the way he's steering the affairs of the county is a correct thing. But for us, it's not good because we need to move on. Grand Gedeh County need to move on. So it's not about whether you elect, everybody elect the superintendent. We all elect the superintendent because he is the superintendent of this county. He will be the superintendent till when the president get ready. Because he's on the presidential appointee list. And don't get me wrong. The superintendent don't have a job until they can break. The way in the Nana, the superintendent don't have a job until they can break. When they break again from in the morning to in the night, he don't have a job. Because it's a presidential appointment. Anytime when the president get ready, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the evening, the president can do reappointment. So when you are there, you do what is right. Prosperity is going to judge you tomorrow. Some of your former government officials in this country that served in government before, they're not around the country again. They will not come here until the next 7 to 10 years. Because the life we live today speak for all tomorrow. But there are some of them that when you even take them from government job, they are proudly residing in the country and they are working with pride and dignity in the country because they stood for the right thing in this county. Today, the transformer that represented Jacob David bought to carry to Port Town in the superintendent's own town. He insisted that transformer might not be up. And they took that transformer down today. This is where we are. Bison Statutory District. When you go there and see where the statutory superintendent is sleeping, nobody here in this particular country that can agree to sleep to that place. A statutory superintendent. But his name was mentioned, his district was mentioned, Bison Jowdy was mentioned in the 2025 budget that was submitted and approved by the local authority headed by the superintendent. Why was the reason for which what they were entitled to did not go to that place? What is the reason? Right now we should be asking ourselves, we that are around the superintendent. What was the reason? What is the reason? What will be the reason for which today that the superintendent going to 3 years now, May will make it 3 years. He entered the 3rd year already in July. That he are not going to Bison Jowdy. Why is the reason for which today the superintendent don't enter Putu? And we have him as a superintendent of this county. That should be the concern of every one of us. What is the reason? What was the reason? What will be the reason for which the 4th bench of the caucus, they were here the first time in years that will have 4 of the 5 members of the caucus that they came here, they went to Gay Town to have a meeting concerning the proposed Crown and Basso Park in Gay Town that the superintendent did not go there. What will be the reason that the issue that were in Galveston between the Diosa and the Rubale people in that place that the superintendent did not go there today? What was the reason? for which the issue between the Bolu people and the Zebetown people that the fourth bench of the caucus came, that they went to resolve in Babo Town, that the superintendent was Israel and the superintendent did not go there. What was the reason for which Dana Brennan, the superintendent, was in Zia Town to talk to the Chinese company that was in the Baru clan? Additional people say that people here are exploiting or too much. What was the reason before Dana Brennan, the superintendent of Inches, only to talk about that company that was willing to go there? What was the reason before the superintendent went to Zereta to tell the president, the president won't learn from you to bring agriculture project, that today you not go back to the people again? Grand Gedeh business should be our business. Whether your sister, brother, and sectional person is involved into it, we should say it so that tomorrow the country can be developed. These are reasons for which we have here today that Grand Gedeh is the way it is. That the reason here, because we want to defend our sectional people. And the reason why we have the city mayor here, who once upon a time, who served as a city mayor here. From the time 2017 new regime came to power, she did not enter the country until after 6 years before she came here. Because sectionally we want to protect people who are not working in government position. Today we have Zwedu to be very much grassy here, and the bush is taking over the place. The number of trees are in Zwedu more than the number of horses are here. If we are preaching sectional, if we are defending sectional politicians here, then we will not be talking about some of these things. So it is about time that we speak out the ills in the society. Grand Gedeh need to move on. That's the only way. One of the second best road in Grand Gedeh country at the time was the road from here straightly to Boundary and Zia Town to talk about. When they face that road, when we start putting our excavators and things on that road, we start putting our plane trucks and things on that road, we damage that road. And the country people, the common people on that side, they could not talk anything because the boss of the boss will call anybody who they have arrested for carrying low bay on that road and damaging their covers and things. When they bring them to the police station, we have leaders in the county here who call the police people and disturb them to not implement the laws of the republic. And we are still sitting down because the two of us are in Zwedu. You and myself in Zwedu here. We enjoying LRB Corin. Tonight we're talking, we honor the Corin. What happening to the old lady in Cowen? What happening to that girl that's supposed to be the next superintendent of this country, that's supposed to bring redemption to the country right now in Middle East to the gold mining area? What happening to the people in Dwight Town that they can't get Corin? What happening to the people now in Zebetown? They can't get labor. Are we thinking about the people right now in Putu, Newtown? We're sitting down here because once upon a time our friends, they are now in power. So anything they want to do, they can do it. 400,000 of the Liberian people money, the Grand Gedeh people money. You know how many roads in Zwedu that 400,000 can put a cement quota on? With sour, we took that money, we can't give an account of it. People should not talk about it because when they put you there, you can't move from there. Anything you want to do, you do it. When will Grand Gedeh be developed? Is that how we want to steer the affair of this county? People from America, from every part of the world started contributing their money to making sure that Grand Gedeh county be announced champions in the national county meet. If the county meet motive, the reason why they having the county meet is that to bring people together. Why are we looking at the people of Putu and say when they can't, they not come, we can have district meet? Is that how administration or friendship or family share should be interpreted? No, I think, my man, you start doing the thing. Grand Gedeh county need to move on. We need to see reason. You know, we need to see reason how to move the country forward. Everybody on the steering committee now, the chairman resigned. So the committee that was appointed by the steering committee, by the chairperson in that steering committee, everybody right now is feeling reluctant because they wanted to have worked with the chairperson who appointed them, and they started working already. The people promised to buy Grand Gedeh County team bus, new bus. They started spending money already. They went to Putu to have reconciliatory match. They had the football game there. People now glasses there. They threw the cola there. They brought in the crown heritage and the crown culture was performed to the place. In 3 minutes time, when they left on in less than 4 days, another Grand Gedeh, just because of one man business, everything went on to square zero. Somebody talking about praising, how they call it, Superintendent Fari and how they call it, and now praising Superintendent Grant. The working relationship that was between the finance office and the superintendent office, the superintendent, California administration, that what you get here? One day, if you have it here, somebody pressure will catch them. They won't wear somebody from the finance office taking 17 million of the people money, somebody from the superintendent office taking 17 million, 14 million of the people money. One day time you take $18,000 US from the country account. We will not talk about it because people will talk about traditional bound. It's traditional bound above Grand Gedeh County. It's above the future of our children here. Look at Motolato. Look at Zwedu Motolato that was once upon a time used as a boarding school. Go to the dormitory and go see. I promise they put 30,000 United States that they can't even get anything. To run a TV program, you know how much it costs? The meter they gave Motolato school, they're not the meter we have here. The equipment they had to that place, to run that place, who thinking about it? They play our children can go ahead to learn trade before they come to the outside world. Who thinking about that school? Look at the condition of the dormitory. The places the teacher then living. Go see that place. We're taking 18,000 United States dollars to go build a single cover right on Doe Street here. That single cover on Doe Street. Go get a BOQ from any institution to do that single cover to that place and tell and see whether the people will tell you say 18,000 United States dollars. Disabled people with just no disrespect and no stigmatization to the people of the disabled community. Let me just break it down in our, how they call it, in the common man honestly, so you can know how terrifying this thing it is that the superintendent have done and he continue to do. Crippled people, and the people money you go deny them off. That the thing man can't talk on the radio yet. We need to talk here so that people can see how terrifying it is. On a normal condition, and nobody can agree to do that. That every day the people living with disability, they can call leaders on the radio and say, people living with disability, they are catching a tough time in Grand Gedeh County. Please try for us. They should not be talking about that. We should start designing strategy or writing proposal for them. But Grand Gedeh County will be good again. The Grand Gedehs in Mosoralo County, they're going to radio stations and all now. Start talking about how the county is now moving. And you can't live under the condition like that. Grand Gedeh need to be moving with other counties around here. Zwedu City Corporation, that pays security 3,000 naira labor team. And what the labor law say? People are sweeping the sidewalk. 3,000, somebody 2,500. Somebody will sweep from air fee and come all the way here to AG Hill from in the morning. Even if you sweep around the triangle, one time here, if you see whether when you lead a bloom, you stand by yourself. Your elbow will turn for the next 14 hours. People working like that, you're abusing their labor costs. Once upon a time, The sweeper went on the rampage. I will check for that video and bring it and play it so you can be able to see. Demanding for pay. Zwedu City Corporation, City Police. They are here to regulate activities in the city, paying them $3,000. There's somebody paying $100 to come to work, $100 to go back. You know how much they paying per week? In fact, they're working from Monday to Monday. Is that what the labor law said? People work 48 hours a week. Even the 6th day government talk about government office, they don't be open on Saturday. They can work on Saturday and work on Sunday. Giving them $3,000 liberty. When you say propose to you and take the money there and put it in your account then, and you live like a bourgeoisie. And you're abusing the voiceless, the people that don't have voice. The people that don't have, if you want to have a good friendship, then you tell your friend when he or she is in position that the way you are proceeding is not correct. See the road are passing from the from the sacred court going to the palace of correction. See that bridge. Is it because somebody China for in our water here? That the reason why we're doing what we are doing? We need to see reason and make the country to be the way it's supposed to be. Zwedu City Corporation, they said it Damascene. Okay, you the city mayor for the plane now. Honor your administration now. That bridge fall down there. What the proposal of your road now? For the construction of that bridge. The superintendent produced a draft budget. That bridge was never mentioned in the draft budget. But they spent $18,000. That particular bridge down there, even if you decide to use a cover, it will be a double bus cover that you put to that place. It will not cost you that $18,000. But the road will be faced. Dedication here for the bridge here. You bring out BOQ, where is it? Let the engineers revisit like your 18,000 and see what will be 18,000. When you're coming, when you want to defend the superintendent, you bring testing queue. Let's go to the administration benefit. You put a testing queue there. If the testing queue not registered to you, that they saying that in a cement there, a more than they saying that on Greenville Beach. The anything Voice of Gedeh say, you may not believe in. Whether your sister, your brother, your auntie, your uncle is involved into Grand Gedeh delay, it is important that we talk about that. We'll take our final musical break when we are back. And then we'll continue the conversation to conclusively conclude on this debate. Tomorrow we'll bring you the hearing result and the analysis when we leave from the YMCA building tomorrow. You might not go there to go disrupt that place. That peaceful hearing down there, they might not pull you up beyond them, so you can go to the place there and go there. Nobody going there to do anything. The council only calling the people that are concerned so they can go there and they ask them questions, they answer it, the people move on to the place. You might not go there tomorrow and go to the carry you. You'll be chanting battle cry, and not battle cry error to that place tomorrow. Because how they will do, they will program you and behave at it to say they don't know about your coming. Then the children will go to the place tomorrow, they will be adding and they say that different people send them so they can disrupt the place tomorrow. Nobody there calling anybody to go do anything there. They go and ask the people. And the people use the county money, then they go there and go answer questions to the way they use the county money so that we can know where we're moving there. You all are close to the superintendent, you please talk to him, they either be 400,000 contract so that you can be able to bring it. The way they put use that 400,000, we want to know. And that 400,000 we go talk about, they can be writing people text messages. I don't know why they can write some more text messages and say, be writing your text messages then. And you don't know the differences between Kumantan and Dia. You write text message to us here.
The mutual association, they didn't be careful to say it. Then I say, we don't give up. They don't give up. 7 don't give up.
And this is how we want to come and draw the curtain to an end, closing it off for this edition during the second and final segment of our daily broadcast. On behalf of the board of directors and then the management and team members here on the Gedeh Communication Network Incorporated, the voice of the people, the voice of the voiceless, the voice of Gedeh 88.5 megahertz. It was a nice time having you as family members here tuning into our radio station, your radio station, the people radio station, and your opinions, plus our conversation here through the debate will make Grand Gedeh County to move on to where we want it to be. Again, to have a transformational growth, to have a change, it takes time. People need to start something, other people need to add onto it, and together we need to be talking this so that we can find the solution to where we are placing Grand Gedeh County. Tomorrow morning, 5:45, we will be around here again to continue the day of the night. Remember now, our action point tomorrow to see what is coming up from the hearing, from the county council, from the composition here with the chairperson, the acting chairperson of the county council. Until then, it was a nice time following us on our pages, YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook platform here. We talk to you when we talk to you again. Remember now, the door that ate the valley will never be a further dependency. By sessional connection and identification, they call him Bediaku Ese Gwepleyo. When you go to church, you call him, say, yeah, say, say, second prayer on that, by way of the Côte d'Ivoire and the French speaking country, they call him après moi, c'est moi. After me, than me. Until then, a special recognition to the woman herself, Beatrice Benigaro, Bagbaville community, fully represented. I'll talk to you when I talk to you again, Mama. Until then, the true color of the snake you can only know when you take it from the grass. And this is how we now believe and see now that the superintendent will hire. He not really ready for the county. But God there, Grand Gedeh will be good again.